Hello.
I think I might have actually watched this match live.
You watched it live.
Like on pay-per-view, like I actually watched it when it first happened.
Oh.
Which is rare.
Alright, are we live? Please someone Alright, there we go. Now we're officially live. Yeah, okay, cool. Let me send out a tweet. If I could type.
Live now.
As Throwback comes in and just sounds like a monster coming in here. Joel Pearl, look at the fancy graphics we did, Joel Pearl. Joel Pearl did the graphics for this.
This is incredible.
But I did the layering, but Joel Pearl did the background and the little gimmicks.
You know, Jeremy, I think we should push Joel Pearl.
I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay. Some folks in the chat.
Is that what we really want to do? Is push Joel Pearl?
I mean, I don't know if he can draw any money, but he's a good hand. You know?
Yeah, good hands don't just draw money, though.
I think it should be a heel turn.
Joel, I can't do the cameras behind the overlays because the overlays are separate from, or the overlays are tied into the PSD and the PNG that you sent me, Joel Pearl. You sent me other overlays, but then you sent me just this stuff that's not there. Otherwise, I was going to do that, but you sent me bad graphics. Yes, I know you sent me the overlays too separately, but these graphics that you sent me already have it there. And then I don't feel like doing the overlays on top of that. That was dumb. I don't have that much time, Joel Pearl.
Great stuff. I guess Joel's not getting pushed, huh?
Nope, he lost his push.
Tank! Thanks for the gifted sub, Tank. Tank gave Tiptoe with Tulu a gifted sub. So Tiptoe with Tulu, make sure you thank old Tank for your gifted sub.
Dang it, I gotta get on that.
Joel, I'm a little upset the Ducks are up 2-0. We've dominated this game, and I don't get it. But whatever. If you win, you win. I'm not a sore loser about that stuff.
The Wild are losing.
Well,
that makes you happy.
I mean, I would like to win. I would like to win. Yeah, we hit 3 posts in the first period. Just absolute garbage. Alright, so, hello everybody who's here. We're here to watch the Royal Rumble 2001 match. We're going to be watching on the WWE Network. And you can see the little counter, the timer there at the bottom. So you can see where we're going to start. And if you have to pause or anything like that throughout, or if you join late, which if you join late, you won't be hearing this part. But the timer will be there so you can catch up and watch along with us. Should be very, very fun. Thank you for the 35 bits, JJ. Big star, JJ.
Huge stuff.
You'll be on the podcast this week with me. We're going to talk about everything. I'm excited.
JJ is a big star. JK Shaw wants to know if you have the Bucks game on, Alex.
I don't, because Sinclair Media sucks and won't allow me to stream local sports stations. So screw you, Sinclair Media.
Joel, why is my audio bad? What'd you do to it? That's what I would like to know.
It's because Alex started blaming Sinclair. That's what happened. They know.
Oh, I know why my audio sucks, actually.
Man, I miss Hartford hockey. I'm from around the Boston area. I still miss the Whalers and stuff.
You can tell by the conversation that's like a real pumped to watch more pro wrestling, by the way. It's really revving up the...
Yeah, we're all talking hockey. It's like...
Really revving up the energy here for this 2001 rewatch.
There, my audio should be much better now, right, everybody? Please tell me I'm correct.
Yeah, you're...
The chat is strong, though. People seem fired up. They seem excited. Joel Pearl was there.
My audio setting was to my webcam and not my microphone, so that would be an issue. Thank you for messaging me, Joel Pearl. You're a good man. Alex, what are you doing?
Trying to get all the microwave popcorn out of the bag. Can't watch a Royal Rumble without some microwave popcorn.
True. I need to get some snacks and some drinks. Everybody, you know what? Go get your snacks. Go get your drinks, and then we're going to start the actual watch along in like 5 minutes or so. I'm going to go get snacks and drinks. Everybody should do the same.
Oh no! Now I'm gonna go through all my popcorn before a Rumble starts.
It's like the movie trailers, bro. You're gonna
Right,
kill it.
right.
I'm intrigued by folks in the chat. How many of you intend to join us, sort of with a visual aid of actually watching this thing? Or are you here just for our insight and
Just
analysis?
for our banter about stuff they can't watch. Fantastic.
In which case, I feel terribly sorry for you, and please enjoy your Sunday night elsewhere. Please. Jeremy's not here.
I'm sure I will sour grapsify the hell out of this thing.
I did see, I think Ron mentioned, this is the show, Sour Graps, is the Twitch debut, effectively. Right, Alex?
It is.
There
It
you go.
is.
So
If I knew anything about Twitch, which I don't, I would totally do like a Sour Graps live episode where I would like watch something and Sour Graps it while watching it.
You should.
But I have no idea how the hell to do that.
Sean will help you.
Oh, everybody would help. It would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for my network to freeze at the most.
Absolutely. No, I can say with pretty decent certainty, I definitely watched this live on pay-per-view.
I did
with a bunch of guys on a couch eating pizza. Like this was my wheelhouse from like late '99 through like spring 2001. I don't think I missed a pay-per-view. So that was a good time.
Glory days, right?
Yeah.
Do you still enjoy that stuff when you watch it back, or is it aged badly for you?
I mean, it all depends. Some of it ages badly, but some of it is very nostalgic. Like I know myself too well to think that I wouldn't have shit all over Too Cool if I had watched it through these eyes, these aged eyes. But back in the day, I could not have been a bigger fan of the fat Samoan guy who danced with the dorks. I could not have been a bigger fan of that. So part of me is nostalgic for it, but part of me goes like, man, that was bad.
I think that's a big
Brian-
thing with WWE talk. It's like that phrase you use there of these eyes.
Yes.
I legitimately don't know if my current eyes would enjoy any version of WWE. I honestly don't. Like it's just the way it is,
I met Brian Christopher at a Comic-Con, and he was the nicest guy, which completely it didn't really surprise me, but he was like over the top nice.
Oh.
And then this might not shock anybody, but Virgil was the weirdest and somewhat strangest person I've ever met, like at a Comic-Con. He was so weird.
That's the gimmick, brother.
It does not shock me.
He succeeded.
All right. Everybody ready?
Yeah. Ready, pal.
So 144.54. Again, it's on the screen for anybody who's watching along. We're watching on the WWE Network. If you just click the 2001 Royal Rumble match tab on the Jump to, it'll take you right there. Give everybody a couple minutes to sync up, and then we'll get started. But as long as everybody on the screen here is ready, we will get this done.
Ready, pal. We're ready.
Throwback gifted out a sub while I was gone. Throwback, who got the gifted sub from you?
D-Nice and
D-Nice.
the amplifier and the man.
There you go.
I'm like at 50 now. I'm trying to get to 100 before my birthday next month.
Look, keep
Drew.
giving. Oh, go ahead.
Our time is the not the time that's left. Is the time we are currently at.
Yeah.
144.54.
Yes.
Sorry, Jeremy. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Oh, I was gonna say, Throwback, gift out as many subs as you would like. All right, everybody, here we go. Let's get started on the Royal Rumble. We'll get introductions and everything. Do y'all have audio? Can y'all hear it?
Oh, yes, I can.
Okay. It's not coming through on the stream, everybody, right? Because I don't want to get flagged for that. Okay, good. Do not want it to come through the stream. If I do
Copyright
this,
strike on the first one.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I do this, does it come through the stream? God, it's a Hardy Boy.
Starting it off
I
good.
miss
Only
Howard
down from
Finkel.
here, brothers. Yeah, man, 100%.
Wrestler. No. He died 10 years before this. Like in the ring, doing something stupid.
It's why I always kind of scoff at the like, oh, that guy's a risk taker. His career's going to suffer. It's like, it makes no sense. There's no logic to it. There are guys that wrestle a completely safe style after retire within years. It's just, it is the way it is, you know? I mean, obviously, you know, maybe within reason. Jeff could have reined it in at times.
It's just funny, like, he's in the Rumble this year, and you look at this.
I thought Bull Buchanan
Oh man,
was
this
about to
started
eliminate him.
20 years.
The right to censor is definitely something that needs to come back, right, guys?
Yeah.
And in the political climate right now.
Yes, it'd be great.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It'd be,
Oh,
Twitter would make those dudes baby faces. It would suck. Finally, someone that speaks.
No, the right to censor would still be heels because they'd be canceling. They'll be canceled.
Oh, true. Yeah, wrestling
They'd be
fans.
canceling all over social media.
Follow us on Parlor.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the audience that watches these shows, especially, they would be the biggest heels. You're right. You're right. My goodness, I did not see this whole project starting with Bull Buchanan. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, B squared.
Of course, as he's most famously known.
Yeah, exactly. You know, only a scant few years later, this man was B squared.
I thought this was the original chosen one instead of McIntyre.
There's been a whole lot of chosen ones that have come and gone.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there wasn't an Evolve for him to go to and work Roddy Strong in. It's interesting to think, I mean, if you're going kind of WWF, you know, history chronicle style here, in many ways, this is the last rumble of the sort of the boom, so to speak, right? Because after this, obviously, you know, Invasion and all that filth. So there you go.
Well, that just seems unfair to Bull Buchanan.
Of course. Of course.
I mean, the Hardys got pretty lucky drawing 1 and 3 like that.
They did. You know, Jeremy, there's an incredible coincidence. Every year with tag teams, it seems something like this happens. It amazes me. Luck of the draw, huh? Luck of the draw. Big money, Matt. Dude, it's incredible. Like, look, all love to Matt Hardy, who's been able to evolve and stuff, but he has not aged quite as, you know, he looks. The legs move a lot different these days. Jeff's sort of been able to hold on to a lot of his
which is weird because Jeff is the one that kind of did all of this stuff. Yeah. Matt was always, he wrestles the safer style, and Jeff kind of still does all that stuff, and Matt is doing the cinematic matches.
Jeff's like, what a dog, he used his brain and he still moves worse than me.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the backyard stuff they used to do.
Yeah.
All the backyard fighting they used to do.
I'm very sad to announce that, as suggested, my internet has now halted mid-Raw Rumble.
Oh, no.
It's very bad.
Oh, no, Joseph.
Jeremy, what is the time for you? Because I need to be on sync with you. The stream will be a little behind for me.
1:49, 30, 32, 33, 34.
Okay, like 2 cents behind. That's fine. I can live with that.
Okay. Yeah, I just hit 149.
This is a good point by JJ. Why are they fighting dumb baby faces?
Truce.
Yeah.
Truce. Let's go. Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Look out for this
Farouk's going to whoop them both.
Yeah. Of course he is.
Damn.
Farouk's an elite mid-card guy for them at this time, because of how physically awesome he is, you could slot him in at any time and be like, yeah, he kicks ass. It's Farouk. Shit. That's his thing.
Oh, that didn't go so well.
Whoops. Whoops-a-daisy.
Yeah, I mean, I granted I put Farouk over. I wasn't saying you wouldn't see some filth in these things. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Part of the charm of guys like is they're not, you know, technically proficient. That's why I love the big LG so much.
Ron Simmons, the only person in Florida State to be retired on their ring. So
The big LG died in BPW universe.
Oh no, not Farouk.
Damn it.
I'm a huge fan of Alex
That was
actually working this like it's live.
that was my pick.
Oh no,
Oh,
Jeff took the shirt off, and Matt did too.
Oh, they're
it's
both
on.
they're both
It's
taking
on.
their shirts off. It's their
My turn.
business.
No kidding.
Business.
A classic signal of warfare.
Yeah.
I know when my younger brother and I would get into a fight, we'd always have to take our shirts off first.
I mean, look, you get into a fight, you don't want them to hockey you, pull the shirt over the head, and just start wailing. So
You never want to be hockey.
yeah, so you take the shirt off. All right, time to call another truce.
Drew Carey.
Oh my God,
I forgot about this.
Throwback spoiled it in the pre-show, so I knew it was coming at some point.
Great show. Look, we had a panel.
Yeah.
JR was. Oh,
It
dear.
was on our Patreon.
Any celebrity expectations for this year? We're going to get anything wacky? It feels like the pandemic should limit it. Well, almost certainly not. But, you know, what do I know?
CM Punk.
Oh, yeah, you've told me this.
This is what I'm pushing hard this week. Very hard, Joseph. Just be prepared.
Oh, I mean, you said that like we're going to talk about wrestling, so.
I mean, at some point, we might have to.
Feel like the light tap.
Oh, wow. What? Jeff has not been great in this match.
Wow. Jeez.
Oh.
Wow. That was brutal.
It,
I mean, no one ever accused Jeff of being a technical whiz, right? It's part of the deal.
now the question is, was this at the height of Drew Carey's TV show?
Yeah.
I don't know. He seems kind of short.
Tank says a Gronk return. A return for Gronk does feel.
Thank you, Jeremy.
I got you. Yeah, maybe Gronk, but like it's a week before the Super Bowl, and
Oh yeah, good point.
like if they got eliminated today, then it would have been more possible. I don't see how it's happening like the week before the Super Bowl.
This is a very fair point.
Yeah.
I've forgotten that he actually played football again. That's incredible.
If this happened today, how many people would be screaming that those two need to go to a different company?
Yeah. Me?
They'd
Oh
want
no!
Juke,
Oh, this
Wheel of Fortune.
this feels bad for old Drew.
Since it's for him poorly.
This is gonna end the same way as Pete Rose did.
Kane's an incredible tale of like just being around for so long and never even feeling the need to have good professional wrestling matches.
I miss Dr. Yankum.
Too far. I was gonna go a certain length for that, Rob. You went too far, okay?
Yeah.
Or the fake Diesel.
He tried though.
This is really Pete Kane moments like this where you can purely use him as a gimmick. This is the best bit to me. Although I will say this look for Kane is very bizarre for a man who is, you know, seemingly covered in flames and is inexplicably wearing a see-through vest.
Well, I will
Right,
say
no,
that.
he was entirely burned when he first showed up, and 3 years later, he was like, "Look
Yeah.
at my spandex
It's why
fishnets."
I always roll my eyes a little bit when people do the thing of like, he's really the best character I've ever done. It's like, is he? I don't know if that makes any sense. It feels like he's the opposite. He's a good example of them forgetting what the character is. But you know, what do I know? He is Jack though. JJ, you're correct.
You know, Jim Ross sounds more excited about this match than he did with the last match with like Airwolf and Top Flight this past week. He seemed really.
Does it really
mad at that.
matter?
They try to bribe Kane.
Does it really matter?
Man, I just really like it. Doesn't. It shouldn't surprise me. It just did.
The thing about Jim is he's old, and the quicker we all just accept it and just let him be old and you know try to ignore him, the better. God bless.
That's true. Oh, I
I'm
see it. I just really.
Raven!
Oh, Raven is here. I don't think going after Kane is a very
But
good thing.
speaking of great WWF characters, Raven's theme being a raven is fucking awesome. By the way. That's peak WWF. He's a raven. You don't get it? Come on.
I miss Johnny Polo.
Scotty Flamingo.
Oh yeah, good call.
So wait, are Raven and Kane already like doing stuff together here? Because they end up at Mania, they're doing the deal with
Yeah, the hardcore title.
Right, yeah, we'll show.
I don't know if they're actually like feuding at this point or not. Drew Carey has
Maybe this is
eliminated
what
himself
starts the
for those
feud.
keeping score.
Maybe they were friends before this, but now they're enemies because they met in the Royal Rumble.
Maybe Kane just doesn't like ratings. This is the shit so far, by the way.
Well, you gotta take the fire out.
Alex, how much would you be hating this match if you had to review it and it was live? Really, I mean, this is worse than you probably imagined when you told me you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So far, it's not so hot. I do remember really liking all the things that Kane was doing in this Rumble as he gets into it, and, like eliminates like 10 guys.
There's Al Snow.
Yeah, because this is the actual signature Kane Rumble, isn't it? Right? This
is the Kane Rumble. Yeah.
Yes. Which seems ominous in itself, and I don't know why I'm watching it, but there you go.
The people voted for this one, Joseph.
And Teddy Long as a ref.
There's the time. Sometimes it'll disappear because the little bar goes away, and I didn't realize that was going to happen. So if anybody needs a time catch-up, let me know, and I'll flash it on the screen.
Wow, Adam Rose is doing well. That's what he looked like when he came down.
This is a hardcore match with the Rumble.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the things people remember this for, is that there's all sorts of weaponry, right? I believe. I want to say it's one of the first ones that does this. I mean, I could be making that up, probably am, but there you go.
There's drinks under the ring. Someone should get the drinks.
The Gatorade.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he's throwing trash so far.
Well, I will never see Al Snow and think of anything other than that. The famed U-shoot question of, if good matches are the ones that draw money, is it fair to say you never had one good match in your whole career?
Oh!
Which is the best dunk ever. Oh my goodness.
He's still bowling ball into his dick.
Mm.
Raven needs a bath. Is what that sign means.
Clean up on aisle 5. Jeez.
For a 2001 show, there's not actually that many signs on camera. This was an era where it was like just signs galore. Or maybe a year or so after that, perhaps. I don't know.
Mr. Darcy, thanks for following. JRT, thanks for following. Can I just say like JRT times 3?
Drew says this is the messiest Rumble I've seen. Rumble's one of those things. It's like WrestleMania, where it's like we all love the idea. The execution is often like not as fun. It's just the way it is, you know. I'm sure it'll pick up, but thus far it is pretty meh.
So I saw like when they showed that shot of Kane there, you could see Howard Finkel in the background, and I know you heard that podcast that Gallo said Howard Finkel's like, watch out for that choke slam. Like, just in that
in
voice.
Fink voice.
Oh my!
Yes.
I still like. That was one of the best. It was so good. I was just done.
Wow, Terry Reynolds.
There's a great sequel to that tale where Gallows talks about getting hammered the night before the match with Kane in just absolute terror of this terrible match he was inevitably going to have with Kane on pay-per-view. It's glorious.
I enjoy those podcasts. I'm usually just cracking up for the talking shop.
Oh God, we have our first Jerry Lawler puppies.
Hopefully it's the last.
I
like
can't
maybe
imagine him going through one whole hour and not saying puppies at least 5 times, though.
I think I'm like 1 second ahead of you guys.
Well, pause it for 1 second. Throwback.
Look, when you see and it does come up a lot on social, right, where people say like this era's aged badly. I think the early 2000s stuff has aged better than the late 90s, but the one of the things that is a trend in that is Lawler, who is like, he's crazy looking back now. He's insane, but he is what he is. Just
oh my God, Kane! He's about to toss Billy Graham to the outside.
I was always a huge fan of Barry Saturn, not for anything he did in wrestling, but because his moveset in the WCW versus NWO games was so great.
Yeah.
All these amazing suplexes, and I was like, this guy's awesome. And I watched him wrestle. I was like, why is he not awesome?
So this is the thing, like, and I do not want to turn this into a live sound grabs because Alex has to talk enough about the current product, but sometimes when I watch our Rumbles, it does make me realise like the depth of talent nowadays, and then it makes me sad how much the shows suck.
Yeah,
Because talent for talent, these dudes today are killers, man. They're so good.
Dude,
But it means nothing.
I told you, Joseph, like I'm doing the 2020 TEW save with WWE,
Yay!
and like all the time. Oh, Steve Blackman's about to whoop all they asses.
We need a Steve Blackman. Like that's what the WWE right now needs, is Steve Blackman.
Come on.
It's Tozawa. That's Akira Tozawa. What are you talking about?
Should be better, but that's what they would do. They would decide to make Steve Blackman a ninja right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's got black hair. He might be Japanese.
When does this Rumble get good?
It's reminded me,
2002.
Yeah, exactly. You know how, like, with the women's rumbles now, because the rosters are thinner, like you have like a handful of signature entries, and you kind of just have to fill in things between. This is what this rumble is actually like thus far, and it's weird because you think of this time as being like a golden era of sorts. It's not translated to the first names on the board thus far.
But this
I feel like Kane is part of that golden era, but he's in there working with the hardcore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It'd be like if you put, I don't know, Cesaro in there, but had him work all the 24/7 guys.
Hey,
You know what I mean? Like obviously Kane's not Cesaro, but like
yes,
it's ridiculous to be like.
it's fair. It's fair. You're right. But I just even though I appreciate that you accepted that Kane is in fact not Cesaro, it still took me a moment to just shivers get through my system. Okay.
Yes. I was thinking not in talent, but in like at the level of the promotion, a very top mid card heel, and just these things in the ring with him. Yay!
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
Good. Don't take the goggles off, whatever you do.
Zack Ryder's dad or older cousin.
So many unprotected chair shots. Well, chair
Taking
shots.
him back. Taking him back for the boys.
Taking him back for the boys.
the only time Burger King got a couple of coins off of a wrestler. Every time he would show up, everybody would say Burger King. Man, I remember.
Joel comes in with one of the most incredible comments, which is, first half is about hardcore and tag division. Joel Pearl, get out of here. Hardcore division. Come on, Joel
They're really
Pearl.
putting over that hardcore division in this first half.
This is bullshit. This is garbage wrestling shit. This sucks, Joel Pearl. Tell me about divisions.
Well, it's like interesting with what Drew McIntyre said today about like that about
what
this
a
era.
bump by
Of course, man.
Lawler.
Drew's on the money. Today's
he was.
TV features great matches. I know you wasn't disagreeing with me, Rob. I'm just
No,
saying.
I know.
The guys today get offended because their TV matches and such are such high quality. All they need is one of the older guys to say, "Hey, you know what? The creative sucks," and take their back. But they always blame it on the talent. It's frustrating, I think, for the guys.
That was a good elimination. I like that a lot.
That's a good yes.
So the Blackman one was good. I like that. Yeah. This is where I think Kane gets like 70% of his eliminations is right here. It's not nearly as impressive as you realize. Like he got like 12 eliminations, but 9 of them were the span of 1 minute against these guys. That's true. Like he eliminated like 6 guys at once.
It's a honky tonk man.
Yeah.
Finally,
And then he's gonna
business has
eliminate
picked up.
Honky Tonk.
An all-time shoot interview guy, for better or worse. An absolute all-time.
The weirdest thing was seeing him do a shoot interview with New Jack of everybody.
Dude,
Well,
if you pay him, he'll do one with you.
Yeah, well, true. It'd be pretty bad.
The honky
Joel
tonk
Pearl,
man.
the honky tonk legend, the hardcore legend.
There you go, Joel. I'm a fan of that. This is not Joel Pearl's fault, folks. Because, I'm just saying.
Is
Don't
it
try and
Joel
defend
Pearl's fault? Like he's the one who suggested this Rumble, and then it got voted on by people.
I apologize.
Maybe.
I feel like it just is.
Business is picking up there anyway. We got Honky.
Okay.
Factual. Look at this.
You ever imagine what it'd be like to have the Honky Tonk Man and Jeff Jarrett do a duet?
No,
Just like a little
absolutely.
mini band.
No, I've never put.
But
that
it'll
thought
happen
into
on
my
Raw.
brain until just now.
That's why I set that up. It could happen on Raw.
God.
the best ever honky towel is when he was supposed to drop the IC title to Savage at one point, right? And he told Vince, "I'll drop it to 2 people, either Hogan or you can come beat me for it." I didn't have a shoot the IC title. Oh, my
You think
God.
Hogan could fight?
No.
Savage would have
there you
just
go.
whooped his ass, right? Like Savage would have just smoked
Oh no,
him.
Jeremy, I apologize. I've explained it poorly. He wanted Vince to come and shoot for
Yeah,
him.
no, I understand that, but like if Vince is like, okay, go out there and see what happens, like Savage would have just Savage would have killed him. I think Vince would have beat his ass too, honestly.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I love the story of, like, you know when Bischoff did the famous challenge to Vince?
Yeah.
Like, supposedly all the ex-WWF guys were like, dude, he's a lunatic. You don't want to go near this guy. And Bischoff was, like, shuffling his brown belts, like, don't worry, bro. I've got it. I've got it
Yeah,
covered.
Bischoff still says he would have taken him down.
Oh,
go.
here we go.
Business has picked up.
Yeah.
Star
I
of
love
the
that they
Tooth
don't-
Fairy,
I
The
love that
Rock
they-
is here.
It's 2001, so they don't have Twitter handles when they enter. They have their websites. TheRock.com.
Yeah.
I'm going to TheRock.com right now,
Oh my god.
and let's see if it exists still. Oh, it goes to WWE.com. They bought it and redirected
It's
it.
Phil.
Filth.
Oh,
Look at that
Kane
security
said
guard.
nope.
Sit down.
Dude, like how great was The Rock? People forget
This is
The
what-
Rock was a problem.
He was the greatest.
A
I
problem,
mean,
Jeremy. You are just...
you also gotta remember, like, half the stuff he did, he also, like, transcended. Like, he was on TRL as a host, like, every other week. It was ridiculous.
I honestly think if you're going all-time roster, time machine style fantasy draft, and you need a top babyface, I know it's controversial because you have Austin, you have Hogan, whatever. I'm taking this version of The Rock. This dude is like absolute money. It's insane how money he is. At this
I
point.
think if you need like a babyface or a heel, I might just take Rock #1 and just like a full-on all-time draft. That dude
Yeah, then
was amazing.
And the best part
And then-
about it was that he didn't really change anything about himself when he went from babyface to heel. He was just
This
the
dude's so charming.
slightly changed the tone of his promos.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever he was fighting was still a candy-ass Rudy Poo, you know?
You don't have to worry about him getting in trouble either. Like,
Nope.
Sometimes he
just
says
good
some
with
weird
The
shit on
Rock.
Instagram.
Like, he's
Yeah,
also,
but-
like, he's just he's got such a great mind for just being in, like, he's a great at selling. He takes, like, all the bumps he takes look perfect.
The
The
good
Rock-
father.
The Rock
the
ruled
good
so
father.
much.
Right?
Meanwhile, second on the big board, here he comes.
I mean, look, Charles Wright could give you multiple characters, so
Oh, yeah.
you could go with him. There's a nice little bump right there by him.
In and out.
Oh, I miss that punch.
Looking at the chat here, I'm seeing someone said, I think you take Austin or Rock at #1. I saw a Jericho. Chat, who are you taking here? All time. What you got? Throw some names at me.
Pulowski, who are you taking? Let's go around the round table here. Pulowski,
What? Who am I taking? What?
all-time draft. Who are you taking #1? You're
I
building
mean-
babyface heel, doesn't matter. Like, this is the guy you're taking.
Yeah, building the territory around
Yeah.
him.
Mr. Rock. I mean, I don't think I would take anybody else.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, if he wasn't on the board, I'd have to do a lot of thinking. It's like okay, well, I'm drafting #2. The person at #1 takes The Rock. I'm like, I'm using all 15 of my minutes to figure out who else I'm going to draft. Because he was #1 on my board, and #2 on my board, and #3 on my board. I don't think there's anybody else I'm taking. Just because of the sheer, he's such an amazing entertainer. He's
Mhm.
believable both as a heel and a babyface. Like, I mean, yeah, if I'm going to take Stone Cold at #2, I think I'll be fine. But
Right.
it's not the same kind of thing. Like he just transcended it in ways that I don't even think Stone Cold did.
Rob, who are you taking #1 all-time draft?
I actually agree with Alex. It would be The Rock for sure. After that, I was a big Triple H guy, but even I was. I know.
Taz.
Oh, no, Taz is gone.
I was
AEW
so
legend
mad about
Taz
that.
is
I
out.
remember 20 years ago, I was
Go ahead.
mad about that. I loved Taz, and I was so mad that they booked him so poorly.
And you want to go to TNA?
Yeah.
That's
No, not TNA. I just like I didn't think I was like he should he should go somewhere else. I was like, is that the way you want to build Taz? Like,
Yeah.
that was
not
crap is
that's
bigger
not a good
than
thing. You could have put him in there with all the rest of the hardcore guys. Had him eliminate Saturn and Snow.
So there's some interesting discussion here in the chat because there's Phil pointing out that rightly so. If you were really being as logical as you can, maybe Rock's going to leave the business, right? Because he's too big of a star almost for this dumb thing. There was some Batista talk. There was Kurt Angle talk.
You know I'm a big Batista fan. I would take Batista.
I mean, look, JJ's got a good one. This would be my number 2. Ric Flair.
I thought we were talking this era, but yeah, like knowing that obviously knowing he's leaving, it'd be the same with. I would probably take Cena, but Cena left too, and but you got a lot more time with Cena.
Did it flash back to Taz's elimination?
Yes, that was terrible.
Yeah, they did.
Okay,
that was.
I was wondering what was going on there.
Replay?
I don't know if that was a replay. Was it? I don't know, but as long as it did to everybody, everybody else.
No, it did to me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised for the all-time draft. No one's saying Andre the Giant.
It's just difficult. It's limited acts as far as when he's a territory attraction, that's one thing. But if you're doing weekly TV, how do you keep that guy? We've seen the problems with Big Show, right? It's difficult. It's difficult to book those guys, I think.
I mean, if you're talking about all time for cross appeal, I mean, the guy was just a charismatic person, and it's obviously he's a big dude for a draw, but still,
not to get too far away from the conversation at hand, but imagine
about the Rumble.
Imagine seeing Bradshaw at this point in his career and thinking, in a few years, let's have him be a stockbroker Texan who drives a giant car. Like, that gimmick change makes no sense to me still to this day.
If you'd have told me, I'd have been like, can you please let me fall asleep for 4 years and then wake me up when it's time?
Simon says taking Brock post UFC. Dude, give me Brock pre UFC.
Any version of
when Brock first showed up and was like F5ing the Big Show.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, I don't know who this kid is, but I have all my money on him.
Look, let's be honest. When you got the number 1 pick all time, you can't really go wrong.
Right.
I mean, you'd have to really make a mess of it.
You could take Allen Iverson number 1.
Peak reference from Jeremy. An obscure television all-time draft.
I'm just popping like 3 people.
Another name you could throw as all-time is Taker. I mean, Taker had so many changes and stuff.
Jeremy just goes, no.
I ain't taking that, dude.
No, I wouldn't either.
Come in, not sell for anybody, not put anybody over.
I would prepare for months, get myself ready, and then I'd walk out and I'd look out and see Flair in his suit, around him. I'd be like, I'm taking rings. Sorry.
Hey, from TNA.
Hey, it's the leader of NXT.
Yep.
Giant Bernard.
Yeah.
Incredible look on him, by the way. Here, what a tire!
Very good.
Again, thinking about things of people's careers further in the future. They decided they were going to make Prince Albert into Lord Tensai and thought we would say notice. Thought we would notice this guy.
Sam, I don't know if Sam's trolling. He says Cody at 1, Rock at 2, Cena at 3, pre-Brock UFC at 4, and then 01 Jericho at 5. Cody at 1? I'm a big fan of the Cody Rhodes. I ain't taking him number 1 in an all-time draft.
I'll take Dusty before I take Cody.
And Cody's not taking himself number 1 in an all-time draft.
Drew asked, what would current... Because Drew wants to, believe it or not, some people are watching the Rumble. Like, we're apparently just, we're talking about the Rumble. We're not talking about everything but Drew had a good question. He said, what would current Roman Reigns look like in 2001? Dude, I think current Roman Reigns with Heyman by his side is, like, an all-time act. Yeah, I think he can be a top guy anytime.
All-time.
If you have Roman... in 01 with Heyman in literally the way he is, you get that Rock in his prime Roman match.
I mean, Triple H
it would be...
he takes Triple H's spot like that, I think. So, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be your main event at multiple WrestleManias and literally just run that thing out constantly.
Antoine said Eddie.
Oh, go ahead. Joseph.
Eddie Guerrero was an interesting shout. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Ooh, yeah.
I would definitely take Reginald #1 with my first pick.
Certainly in the Souk de Sommelier bracket.
Hardcore
Oh.
Holly looking jacked.
I
My
also saw
God.
Tank say Terry Funk. Terry Funk was a tremendous shout, Tank. Very good stuff.
Hardcore
good
Holly, I
sight.
think, was back in the era when men were men.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
exactly.
Had guns and knives in their bags and were doing other thing. Not video. He wasn't playing a lot of video games. Hardcore Holly.
No. He was driving race cars, though.
Thing is, who needs good matches or promos when you're a man, right? Who needs them?
Right. That's right.
Back when men were men, and he was Bob Sparkplug Holly.
Oh God.
Oh, Kane, I'm very worried that he might get eliminated by Albert.
You never know. I mean, he's A from TNA.
So here's a good question: which entrance in the Rumble, like surprise entrance, had the most impact?
All time?
If you had to pick, if you had to pick all time.
Oh,
All time?
like
Yeah.
the John Cena entrance is the greatest
Yeah,
entrance
that's-
of all time.
Yeah. I mean,
and I like this
yeah.
AJ one too.
Yeah,
Yeah, the AJ one was great.
that is like, as far as a surprise, like first time he ever been there, that's a huge one. But I think Sting, just because I love the implication of it was that people were so excited to see him who hated his guts when he left, and they were like, "Yeah, Cena's back!"
Yeah.
I just think that was just a
I
cool thing.
truly think that pop fueled at least another 5 years of they love him really. I really do.
Oh,
I really believe
Kane.
on the side.
Why doesn't The Rock
No,
just let the
Kane!
leg go? What are you doing, Rock? Just let it go.
Well, because he's actually trying to hold him there. That's why. Because he knows it's not his time yet.
Oh, here we go. Our truth.
Yeah,
God.
stay quick.
Young rookie, wow.
Yeah. Future 24/7, 775 champion.
R-Truth looks 20 years younger in this Rumble.
I saw Tank in the chat mentioned Rey Mysterio, which is an interesting one.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I saw what else was there? Randy Orton is interesting, but I will not get in that because I don't have a fight on the chat. CM Punk came up. There's a lot of names. Is the point here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have to really go wrong screwing up like the first 10
if you told me
picks.
I was going to get Punk for several more years than he was actually in WWE, then yes, I would certainly, because I think that he had another really good Summer of Punk type run in maybe 2 or 3 before he was done, but he just got so soured on the whole thing that he left. So, I mean, who knows? But there's certainly the potential was there.
He just flipped back babyface too, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he had. It's interesting. Yeah, I agree with you. It's weird when people do the was he that good thing? Look, man, Punk was great. You know,
Punk was unworldly.
AJ or Cena. Cena's the guy you're going with. You need a #1 franchise player. AJ is obviously super versatile. If you need just a guy in the main event scene, right? That's probably the fair way of looking at it.
We're talking #1 overall here, guys.
Yeah, that's a Cena.
Yeah. I do love that AJ is so versatile that he got a one-off title shot versus Drew at TLC, and since then he has feuded with both Elias, who was a heel, and Ricochet, who was a babyface, and Drew Gulak, and he's just oh no, man, I'll have a match with anybody. I got Omos.
Here's Val Venus.
Oh, this
Oh God.
goof.
That's not ideal.
Jeez. I want to cancel him right there.
Can Kane just hurry up and toss him, please?
You know, it is interesting.
Here we
Now-
go. Come on.
The question for the draft question is that are women? Is there a separate draft for women for all time? If you had to draft 2 different, I know brands are
If
kind
there
of
were
thing,
two different drafts, well then that's different.
I mean, even
It
if
is
women are
interesting.
involved in this draft, no offense to them, I'm still taking Rock and people over them. Once you get
Yes.
past that first initial wave, then I think we can start talking about the Becky Lynches. And
I mean, in
everything.
fairness, exactly. You say Becky there. It's as far as US wrestling, the golden era for women is now. So
Yeah.
we need time for this to to see the the reach of it. I mean, obviously, you're going to want to have a great division if you're doing an all-time draft, but it's different.
Yeah.
I do think it's interesting. I mentioned Tank said about Rey Mysterio. I think there's a world in which he has a much better run than he ever had. Like pretty famously, when he won the world title, Vince told creative the date he would lose the belt. Like the day before he won it, he was like, "Oh, this is when he's dropping it, so don't worry about it." He never got a chance to really be that character that I think maybe he could have been. So it is interesting. I don't know if I'm going number one with him, but it is interesting to think about.
Ray's a top 10 pick.
He's an all-time pro wrestler, right?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of this particular scenario.
Definitely a top 10 pick.
I think Eddie Guerrero would be up there if he.
So 3,
2,
1.
Couple more years.
Oh.
Oh.
There we go. It's the general manager himself.
Dude, Regal ruled.
An all-timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So rule. I love this.
Speaking
guy.
about versatile guys, they don't get no more versatile than Regal. Look at this man. A shooter / comedic act. Look at him.
I forgot how much I loved his double jumping knee to the forehead
He rolls so
attack.
much.
The gimmick that he still gets ragged on about, the whole, lumberjack gimmick that they gave him originally. Guy's so versatile, it's ridiculous.
Tank would go Prime, Jushin Liger, and Mysterio in a heartbeat. Yeah, Liger's a good one too.
Yeah, Liger's a good one.
Tank kind of, with those suggestions, raises a good point of our brain all immediately goes to we got, draw money, who the biggest star. Dude, maybe Tank just wants to have an awesome wrestling promotion.
Yeah.
In which case,
That's a good way to build
not
a
like you're not
wrestling
gonna make
promotion.
money, exactly. It's not like those guys are going to tank the territory.
Right.
You'll be fine, Tank. William Regal.
Tank has a surprise
is
for you on Thursday's show, Joseph.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just warning you now.
It's nothing but surprises these days. The last show you didn't even show up to, Jeremy.
I'm doing a show in a couple of weeks from my bed. It'll be fine.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I won't have anything left
hold on.
upstairs because I'll be moving everything. So I'm legit gonna have to do the show on the floor. We'll be trapped in the bunker together, Joseph.
You're gonna be doing the show from your U-Haul or whatever.
Yeah,
you got.
pretty much.
Be on remote.
I think, Regal is interesting because you have these wrestlers that have the big epics, right? Like a Shawn Michaels, for example. He has the matches, the signature matches. Regal's one of those guys who is just inherently watchable in anything. In a 6-minute match with Steve Blackman, he'll still pop you. He's that guy. Great TV match guy. Didn't really have many chances to have big, spectacular 5-star matches in WWE.
Greg Carr says Tanahashi. Yes, of course.
Oh yeah. Tanahashi. Yeah. Beautiful, man.
Sharky, watch along next Sunday. I gotta work next Sunday during the Rumble. I don't have time to sit here and just banter with everybody. If I did, I 100% would. But yeah, I gotta work. We are doing on Tuesday. We're doing an Impact watch along. I believe that'll be myself, Joel Pearl, and Steven Jensen are going to do that because Joseph, you don't watch Impact with us?
I like watching Impact when I have the ability to fast forward.
Poor Regal.
Yeah, maneuver my way through it.
I'd love to do it, but I cover Dark. Yay.
That's a very.
I have
long
a show every Tuesday at 8:00. Wicked Crazy Pinfalls.
We're gonna run head to head against
test
you.
big
Throwback.
boot. Got to have a test big boot.
Jeremy, I'm interested. When you're watching the Impact, will the folks watching be able to see that because it's also on Twitch?
Yes, so you can. So it's like a co-stream. Yeah, so we're getting that set up on Tuesday to do that. So it should be fun, and we're gonna probably do that every other week because some weeks I gotta cover Impact. But yeah, we're gonna start doing more of that.
Because I usually cannot watch it on the Twitch because I am a Brit. You see, they have the big television deals here. I don't know how that would work, but there you go. I'm intrigued.
Tank Blacks now.
Joel Pearl says, Joseph, we own the night. That's very true. We can own the night. Dude, Simo's got a point. Daniel Bryan, you know what? Screw all this money shit. Let's just pick Daniel Bryan. He's the best. He's the best
Yeah, true.
He's the best pro wrestler I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I was rewatching on the weekend his match with Kenta, and I was just like, this is maybe my favorite match ever.
I watched that because you would tweet.
Oh, this is when he just came back.
Big Show's looking.
Oh my goodness, that look is bad.
Looking like something right now.
Did anybody mention Brett?
They're not.
No one said
Yeah.
that. Can't go wrong with
Jeremy,
Bryan.
what was your what did you say about the Kenta and the Bryan? You watched it,
Oh,
right?
I watched it too because I saw you tweeting about it, and Lindsay was tweeting about it too and messaging me. And I think Sir Lariata was doing gifs from it as well. So
He
like,
did,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like everybody is doing gifs from this thing. So I ended up watching it, dude. That whole feud was so good. I remember when Bryan he did the. I always loved the Final Countdown entrance, and he comes in and he does the springboard to start. Like, dude, yeah, that whole feud was good. Bryan rules. Kenta's very good too.
It's crazy to think Bryan's peak may have been 14 years ago, 15 years ago. Dude, come on. This is honestly Big Show's worst ever look by like a million miles.
Yeah,
It's just
not
horrific.
good. It's not good at all.
How many Rumbles have Kane and Show locked horns, by the way? How many? Speaking of such, did you hear the stat on SmackDown? I'm sure you did, Jeremy, because you watch it very closely as someone that covers it.
Yeah, definitely.
This weekend, or next weekend, Dolph will go second in all-time Royal Rumble appearances behind Kane. Second all-time.
Damn.
With 14. Good lord.
I mean, he's been around for a while.
Sure has, pal.
His brother, that's pretty interesting. He'll be wrestling this week on Dynamite
Yeah,
and Dark.
that was weird.
Hasn't wrestled in a while, I don't think.
You're
So,
you're
that'll be
welcome.
interesting.
You're welcome, Lindsay.
Oh no, they're doing the Brock's gonna take a nap because somebody who got pissed pulled him out onto the top
This
rope.
has got sour grapes all over it. That's what infuriating.
Oh man, that's a classic. Where all the members of the League of Nations or whatever the hell they called themselves
Oh, no.
beat up Roman and left him out there so he could take a nap. Ah,
That was
that was
tough.
great. That was when Rusev stole the monitor and crowned himself TV champion. That was the best.
Oh, there's
I loved it.
that's that guy that's at was ever the ECW show.
Oh,
Poor Rock.
poor Rock.
Poor Rock. Poor Rock now.
Jerry.
Jerry. All these guys for another 10 minutes.
Poor Rock having to work with Big Show and Kane.
Jerry's just making sure that that's not a 16-year-old.
Whoa,
Too
bro.
soon. Too
A little
soon.
bit.
Sorry.
Alright, teaming up.
That
Look at
was
this
too soon.
group teaming up on Kane here. My God.
Crash Holly. Crash Holly.
Good question here from Mikey, who says, what up and coming now is a surefire all-time top pick of the future?
Ooh.
MJF is probably the first name
Yeah.
that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Because if you actually think of young guys, I mean, the WWE
Like
hasn't
really
got any
young.
guys under
not
30.
not like inexperienced or haven't been on TV a lot.
Keith
but
Lee,
like,
36.
but yeah, like Keith Lee would be, but he's not 23.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He's got a decade that he doesn't actually get to be at the top,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. But
I'd say MJF is definitely up there.
I mean, this thing about AEW is they have a bunch that you
Yes.
could say.
yeah.
If you look back in 15 years, where they will be in 15 years is crazy. So, and they even have a bunch of guys like right now. Like if you told me one of the two guys in the Acclaimed or one of the two guys in Top Flight in 15 years is a top star in the business, I'd be like, sure, why not? Biker Taker, he actually
gonna-
drove the bike.
He's gonna take all. He should have just dumped everybody. What's he doing?
I think the one person that could be a big star, and I'm high on this one, is Bronson Reed. Just because of like how the presence he has and everything. You watch him, and it's like when he's on screen, it's at least for me, I gravitate towards it. You know, just the way they have him set up right now. If
Bronson
they
Reed.
transition a bit,
Bronson Reed is 32.
Jay White is a good shout. A couple people said in the chat. Martin said it,
Oh
and
yeah, Jay White's
Greg said
really
it.
good.
Jay White's like just 28, so
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
man. I'll rock with Jay White. That's fine.
I'm big on Jay White.
Yeah, he's the way that he's like just like as he's been given that role built into it, and now feels like an absolute superstar. Is awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, he's can't miss.
I really Jungle Boy is a good one. Big Mikey. Like, I love Starks and Hobbs. Sounds like a Fast and Furious spinoff. But I but I love Starks and Hobbs.
Dude,
in
Hobbs
AEW.
is like heel facials.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Dude,
Just scowls at the camera every
God
time.
love it.
I want to see them as a tag team. Like, I really want to see them as a tag. And I know their division is pretty stacked, and both of them have big singles potential. I would just love to see those two as a tag team.
I agree. Yeah, I'm on with you.
Oh boy, you're like
Scotty
I,
Too
love
having
this.
this.
I remember this so vividly. Just Scotty Too Hotty's look of abject terror as he walks so slowly to the ring. It's great. Honestly, Sour Graps would be shitting all over this. I would have popped for that today. Even I saw it for the first time. Oh God, it's so good that he goes out there and recognizes he's got to go through both Taker and Kane. Oh, I love it. His stupid fucking hair, that stupid fucking hat that doesn't have a lid to it. I love it.
Pulowski is popping like crazy over here.
Oh God, it's still good. He's got his name written up and down on his pants. Like this guy is an all-time level dork. It's perfect. He's a perfect character to be double teamed by these two guys. It's perfect.
Throwback gifting out the
Hell of a run.
tier 1 sub to CJ Fiera. So CJ, give a shout to Throwback for the gifted sub.
Hang on. I can't let this go. Your take was there. He has his name up and down the side of his back. Dude, that is just pro wrestling. You've just wiped out like 50% of wrestling.
Not tights. Those are pants. Those are you could wear those if they didn't have your name written up and down them in bright gold letters.
You're right. You're actually correct. That's spot on.
Yeah.
I'm going to look for that now, though. Moving forward, you're correct.
That'd be a good look for you, I think, Joe. Yeah. Just Holbert, just paint Holbert up and down the side of your jeans.
Especially because it will never be seen on a podcast ever. It'll just be for me. I enjoy it.
You.
No, what are you talking about? Well, you'd have to stand up. Oh man, here we go.
Oh, here it is.
You'd have to stand up, Joseph. Show off the craftsmanship of your worker pants.
Fair. You're right. The people just jumping up and down is peak Austin visuals.
Dude.
Did you see that?
I also.
Oh no, this asshole.
Oh, here we go.
This asshole.
Wait, he is. He came in. He's attacking Austin from behind. That's not very nice.
This is the worst.
Come in, and the camera zooms in as he starts down the ramp, and the first thing you can see him mouth is "these two motherfuckers." Like it's just great. He's popping himself with how angry he gets to be. I love it.
Austin was great. Austin's
I think we
still
forget.
my all-time.
Fuck.
Like he's still my
Now
all-time
to
favorite.
climb back under the ropes.
Yeah,
You pick
Rock just
now,
came back
Rock.
in.
You had plenty of time to wait. See, that's how you know Rock's a babyface. The heel would have waited until the last guy was eliminated and then come back in. Babyface is like, well, maybe I should come in now when Taker and Kane are in there.
Greg Carr says 5 absolute legends. Thank you. We are big legends on the screen right now.
Stone Cold's got color.
I mean, good on him. Austin's like an all-time visual bleeder. And I don't like people want to point to Flair because of the hair and stuff, but like Austin's visual bleeding is really good.
Helps.
Hang on a second.
there's
I request you to go to I think it's Starcade 95, okay? I watched this recently. Flair blades 1 minute before the show goes off the air because his blade job is so bad he can't even cut a promo afterwards. They need to just get off. It's that violent. For no reason. I'm with you, all-time blade guy, but Flair?
Oh, yeah, no.
Crazy.
Flair's in a league of his own, but like Austin, Steve Austin
Very
is
good.
pretty underrated in that because people just don't bring him up at all.
From what I remember reading the Hitman's book, we're all Hitman guys here on this call, otherwise they shouldn't be on the call. And he says, I'm pretty sure he did the blade job for Austin at 13, which is crazy to look back on, because after it, he does one every month, basically, Steve does. So.
Oh, yeah, he tells that story a lot where he did Austin's blade job because Austin wasn't comfortable doing it. Austin did a watch-along of the Mania 13 match for his podcast one week, which is tremendous stuff.
But I do agree with it's actually become a popular take. I think Kingston said it on Renee's pod, right? Like the Survivor Series matches, people's equally growing on that now as it goes between Brett and Austin. That is great.
Oh, here comes Rock.
So here's an elite comment from Simon who says Stephen Rock deserved jail for convincing people that make Triple H the main event star. Facts. That's facts right there. That's facts. This is 2 short years before he starts playing Ric Flair on television. Incredible times. By the way, just to be clear, I'm glad that this isn't like a smash hit event because Jeremy and I are going to exclusively do WCW stuff after this. So enjoy your fun now, folks, because this is the end. We're headed to the mid-90s.
Billy Gunn is the only active wrestler still. Oh, here's a man right here.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So you guys are going to go back to WCW, right? Like you said. So what are you guys going to cover specifically?
Whatever the people
February,
vote on.
we'll probably do a Super Bowl, I reckon. We'll give some years for a Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Jeremy. That sounds good, right?
Can you
That's
do a
fine.
battle bowl? Got to do a battle bowl.
Wherever you want, Palaski, you're in, bro. It's fine. You tell me jump, I'll say how high. Right?
Can you do? I know this is definitely after mid '90s, but can you do the one that has three cages on top of each other?
Oh, we did
Do
that
that
as we did that.
Oh, did you do that one already? Oh, darn.
We've done that when we were doing retro reviews on the show.
Oh.
We did the Hogan Doomsday Cage match, which is one of my all-time favorite matches.
Oh yeah.
And then I don't think we did the Jarrett. Did we watch the Jarrett Cage match when we reviewed Ready to Rumble? I feel like I watched that match recently.
Yeah, that week we did that as the match review.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So we've done 2 of the Triple Cage matches actually.
Oh.
What did they call that match?
They
Pure
called it the
awesomeness, this fucking rule.
Well, okay. Well, what's the other name they called it?
They called it the Doomsday Cage match for the Hogan one. And I think it was just like the triple cage of death in Ready to Rumble is what Sinclair
Triple
called
cage
it.
of death,
Yeah.
That's a good name for it.
Big Mikey, the Doomsday Cage match is one of your first memories. Yeah, it's tremendous. I love that match. Street Veteran Zero, thank you for following, buddy.
But I do feel like it's inevitable, though, right, Jeremy? Like, it's just going to become a WCW show. I'm sorry, guys, if that's not your thing.
We're doing the watch-alongs once a month. Whenever Select goes to the actual website, we're doing the retro reviews for that.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just going to turn into, like, a WCW brand. The WCW brand followed me on Twitter, the reboot of the WCW brand.
Oh, nice.
By the way, the WCW brand is stronger than ever in 2021.
really
Let me tell you.
That's true. The one that I need you guys to do, I think it's from like 1992. It's Capital Carnage, I think. It's the one where RoboCop helps Sting defeat the forces of evil. You got to watch that one. It's RoboCop himself, the real RoboCop. They talk about how it's really him. Like the announcers are like, "Oh my God, that's really him! RoboCop is here!" And it's the most ridiculous kayfabe shit I've ever heard.
It's incredible because they go from being like, we're real sports, we're real wrestling, to just insanity within like 6 months, and the fans are just stuck with it. Like, what we do here? The Black Scorpion stuff is incredible in that regard, where like Ole's head booker and he goes up to Hurd, I believe it was, right? And he gives him his Starcade show, and he's like, I don't want Flair in the main event of this show. So Ole walks back with a razor, wipes out Flair, and just puts the Black Scorpion, puts it back to me, he goes, I love it. Ole had no clue who the Black Scorpion was, and of course it ends up being Flair. It's great shit. The idea of him starting a whodunit with no clue as to who's even going to be in this thing, tremendous. Holy shit.
The one I did a retro review with Sean a while back. We covered a WCW event, but the one match that stood out to me when I was watching it was Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio. But they were still going after the title, but they were tag team champions at the same time. Rey didn't have the mask on or anything like that. Type era, that was a great match.
Yeah, the Rey Mysterio without the mask era is so weird because
strange, yeah.
Like it's just like, luchadors, the mask is sacred. Did they do like a mask versus hair match? And Lowe's, no, just decided one day to come out wearing overalls and be part of the No Limit Soldiers. Like it was just him.
I know, right?
Just him and Master P and whatever the hell the guy's name was that did the heart punch, Swole or something.
Such a bummer though, because with all of their big guys, that was the perfect time for the comic book style push to happen for Rey, and they saw the opposite. I was like, take the mask off, do the complete take away everything people like about him.
Well, they had the Demon, Brian Lee.
Oh, is Rikishi
Mikey
gonna?
said-
Oh, I thought Rikishi was about to ass cheek on The Rock.
But he did it for The Rock. Why would he do that?
He's
for The
about
Rock
to
if he did
ass
it
cheek
Rock?
for The Rock.
I guess every man for themselves here in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That's what they say. So
We
even
all
if,
agree
even
with
if he
this,
even
right?
if he ran over Steve Austin for The Rock, in this it's every
Oh
man for himself.
man.
Yeah, and
Here
both
we
feet
go.
have to touch the floor.
Rump
We all
shaker.
agree with Mikey that if Tony Khan could, he would buy the rights to WCW, right? That's just facts.
I mean,
There's
they're
no two
trying.
ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're trying to get all the trademarks they can on everything. Oh, there goes the Rikishi's ass.
Didn't Cody let a lot of them go though?
Yeah, for his name, I think.
Yeah,
right?
he got it for his
Yeah.
name. He like really wants the Starcade and the Great American Bash, but they ain't giving those up.
No.
Got to do Starcade as a bullshit event every year, right?
Oh, the famous.
Famouser, the original.
I feel like Austin wanted to make something of that sequence with Billy, right? It seemed like he tried his best to kind of give him a little shine there. I don't know if it's going to
Yeah,
last
and
long,
then
but it
he's like,
seemed
I'm
like
gonna
he
toss
tried.
your ass over the ropes.
Exactly. Right.
It's the final 3.
Is it?
I mean, there's only 9 minutes
this is
left in the
flying by.
match, and I know these are.
Jim Ross.
Wow. Time flies when you're having fun, folks.
It really like this has flown by. Is Kane checking for blood?
Who was the champ at this time?
Kurt
they're-
Angle.
Angle, yeah,
Angle.
yeah. Kurt
Rock
Angle,
beats
That was
him.
Kurt
that's what they're-
Angle.
Yeah.
This is the one they give all the time. Here it
It's
goes.
great. Like you're right. Like Steve Austin is an all-time bleeder.
Yeah, look at that
Like,
visual.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's such a great visual. Like it's so good.
See,
You've
this
got-
match really captures the truth of this era, which is like, if you have the broad picture right, the
Yeah.
broad strokes, dude, the rest of that shit doesn't matter. You know, I know that Russo celebrates all of his like underneath stuff, but no one was tuning for that. It was these two dudes. It was Taker. It was all those guys. You know, let's
Think about how much we were shitting all over the beginning of this thing when it was all those the hardcore division and Kane, and now it's Kane and these two guys, and we're
Yes.
like, wow.
And that's the again, in fear of making this sour graps here, Alex. That's the problem with pushing 101 upper mid card guys. You need
Yep.
stars.
Yeah.
They pull
Oh,
it
yeah.
up. You know, they're the ones that do it.
Tremendous. Just the bump
Oh, this is
Rock
the big-
takes.
The best.
Never
Yeah, right
gets
there.
old.
I love that we found out like recently that it was just The Rock doing that to pop Steve Austin.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
That's what this business is all about.
It's so good.
He
Now
reclaimed
look
it
at-
for the boys.
That's all
Now
Joseph and
looking
I
at
do.
this,
We
you
just
got
do
the movie
shit to
star,
pop
the mayor,
ourselves.
and the freaking rock star. Jeez.
I would pay good money if Stone Cold could ever get The Rock on Broken Skull.
It wouldn't be good though. Rock would just, you know, he's like a computer now, isn't he? He's like, he's not a real person.
Rock's gonna tell the story of how he was broke in his car, only had $7, brother.
That's actually what it's called, $7. Steve trying to sell, like, he's surprised by this. Dude, Steve is the most intimidating interviewer ever, right? Like, Drew McIntyre was sitting back in his chair, and Steve was halfway across the table talking to that man. Like, you're a good promo, Drew. You're good. I like you. You're good.
I still always good think back about that Dean Ambrose one. How weird that was.
Oh.
That was bad from Steve. That was not. I mean, Drew, don't get me wrong, Dean was, you know, Dean. But when he was asking about his, like, growing up and stuff, that was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Strange
Yeah.
feel. By the way, it is interesting. You know that question about the up and comer deal.
No,
It's
through
like,
the middle ropes.
Nope,
He's okay.
middle.
He's still not eliminated. Through the middle ropes.
I really think that the AEW run has put Mox in a situation where in 20 years we may have him in those kind of like he's on the board. I'm not saying he'll be anyone's pick, but dude, he's
Well, you
incredible.
know-
top.
One thing that's really interesting, and it's what he said was like right after he started in AEW, he always talked about how he's never leaving Tony Khan, blah blah blah, you know. And then just like last week, he kind of says, "Never say never."
I
But I
feel
think
like he's
part of
just
that-
protecting himself.
Well, I think that, but I also think maybe with like the kid, you know, maybe if
His
it's a lot of
deal's
money,
coming up.
you know.
His deal's up soon, so he's going to make sure
Yeah.
he makes the absolute most he can in that negotiation process. I think.
No, but I mean, there's you never know what
I mean,
Vince is
if
crazy enough to do.
WWE would let him be this guy,
Yeah.
this guy versus this Roman in
Oh, there
WWE
goes The Rock.
is the biggest money thing I can imagine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. It's just, I don't know. There's such a charm to him being like, I know he's not independent, but he feels like a free spirit out there because he can do the Japan stuff. He can show up at Bloodsport. It's just, I don't know. It would upset me as a fan, even though I'd respect he's going to make a lot of money, you know?
Yeah.
Going up.
Very
Oh,
worried.
yeah.
Very worried for Austin here. Kane's been on a roll in this Rumble.
He's eliminated so many guys, you know.
Austin has his shoes untied too. Like you could easily trip, fall over the top rope.
Oh,
Not good.
if I was Kane, I would tie his shoes together
Yep,
right now.
That's exactly
While
what I
he's
was
laying
thinking.
out, you know.
Kane's hair is impressive.
Dude, we take Austin for granted, man. The fact that we didn't say him earlier is bullshit. We all should have been like, Austin. Cash done. Dude, he's incredible.
It's
Yeah.
so true. I guess I'm thinking of his longevity. Like he didn't like
Exactly.
Rock left because he was going to Hollywood. Like
Right.
Stone Cold Austin stopped because he couldn't do it anymore.
Kicked him in the dick. What a sell by Kane.
course.
Tremendous.
I know when I get kicked in the dick, what I do is I fall over backwards because
Just go tree trunk.
I'm given a concussion.
Yeah. Get kicked there a lot.
Well, listen, when you're roughhousing with a 4-year-old,
Yeah.
and she just jumps on you, it's different. It's a different feeling, man.
Yep. Just last week, had to deal with that with my niece.
Yeah.
Paw Patrol's not the same anymore.
One of her favorite things to do. One of her favorite things to do is to like have me lay on the couch and she covers me with like blankets and pillows and then she runs and jumps like off the coffee table onto me. It's not like she doesn't watch wrestling with me, so it's not like she's like learning what she wants to watch, to do what she's doing or whatever. It's just something she likes to do, and sometimes she catches me in the wrong spot.
Oh.
I'll that. It's part of being a dad.
Stunner.
Oh, big stunner!
Mm-hmm.
Austin's
Definitely-
he's got to get him over the top rope. This doesn't do him any
The
good.
closing stretch of this is definitely one of the stronger, I'd say.
Yeah.
I would say.
Oh, Kane sits up. My God.
Like I do think I was watching this going like, are they really like that would be an amazing thing they would do for Kane to like put him in, have him win the Royal Rumble, but why would you do this to him and not let him win the match? Like,
Yeah.
and then of course
Austin just beating the shit out of this man with this chair.
Crazy to think there was certainly people that thought it was going to be Kane and Kurt at Mania. That's wild.
Oh.
Tremendous match, to be fair, in the end. The people are going. Look at that. See, there's a difference between popping
that
and
pop.
jumping up to your feet. That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
That pop, man.
You know
That
what's
pop-
interesting?
yeah.
This man had the
It's one of those
spoiler
things-
all along.
It's one of those things.
look at that
Those
You know-
reactions are gone now. But last year, when Drew eliminated Brock, people actually jumped up and high-fived each
Yeah.
other. And
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
Haven't seen that in a long time.
last year
and
with
then a few short weeks later, Drew murdered a man's giant pet spider live on television.
Forgot about that awful thing.
I was like, what are you doing? I mean, I know it's a giant spider, but that's a man's pet. And you just murdered it with glee in your eyes, Drew. With absolute glee and joy. It's such a weird thing to have your babyface future champion to do. Oh,
Teddy Long.
The beers are out. The beers are out.
It's crazy to think they're about to turn this guy heel, man. I know it was his call, but jeez, that's tough. But what do you do? Here's the thing, okay? In fear of fantasy booking here at 4:20 in the morning my time, which is something I've done many times before, in fairness. Here we go, okay? You've got The Rock as champion. It's what's about to happen. You've got Austin as champion. As a challenger, sorry. You can't beat The Rock clean again, right?
No.
He's a babyface now. The story they tell of Austin turning heel is compelling. Unfortunately, it tanks business because no one wants it to happen.
Right.
It's difficult. I don't know. Creatively, I'm always going to kind of be pro the decision because I like the way it's presented, but it obviously wasn't the right one.
They should have put the title on Triple H, the top heel
Filth.
in the company. A triple threat match.
That's never the answer.
Because Triple H
15
beat
times
Austin.
they tested that
Triple H
theory.
beat
Never.
Austin in the 3 stages of hell. And so Triple H should have inserted himself into the WrestleMania match, triple threat, Triple H walks out of the WrestleMania as the champion. I've booked it. Aligns himself with McMahon. There you go. New boom period, buddy.
Yeah.
Elite comment here from Simo who says, that's how people react on fake screens when the Fiend wins the Royal Rumble.
Joseph.
Speaking of such,
Joseph.
this is big time, Jeremy. You know this, right?
Yeah.
I have money riding on
Yeah,
this.
your parlay is looking
Listen,
rough with this
this is
match
not good.
announcement.
I can't. Alexa needs to stay in this Rumble match. That Fiend double is big time, okay? I could buy a house with that shit. I can't be having no Raw Women's title win.
How much did you bet on this parlay?
No comment, okay? It's enough to change my life, Jeremy Lambert. That's how much, okay? Can't be doing
Not
this.
as much as that 999 Mega Millions ticket that's out
Can
there.
confirm. It's not that much, yes. It's definitely not that much, but it is a lot. It's actually nothing. I'm not a fool, guys. Don't gamble on professional wrestling.
No, do it. Wait, no, keep the bid up. Keep it going. What are we doing here, Joseph?
At least $5,000.
There you go,
Jeremy.
commit
That's how
to
much.
it.
Oh,
Good night, Joel Pearl. Thank you for the graphics, Joel. Everyone say nice things to Joel Pearl on Twitter at Joel
Thanks,
Pearl.
Joel.
Nice things to Joe Pearl.
There you go.
Thank you. Bye.
He did the graphics. He's been great helping out with the
He's
Twitch
true.
stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Doesn't know how to play video games or shit, but he's good at other stuff.
ooh.
It's interesting. Drew said watching a big crowd rumble like this does not make me excited for next Sunday. It's going to be so weird with fake crowd noise.
It's gonna be.
Dude, he's right, man.
Yeah.
It takes the charm away, right?
I'm really surprised they didn't try to get some fans in. I really am.
It's definitely going to be awkward.
It's such a it is weird that they're doing it, and yet I'm very glad that they're not because
Yeah.
super spreader events and whatnot. But still, it's just a weird thing to like. I can't wait to hear like the same 5 people cloned going 10, 9, 8. You're able to pick out who the 5 people from the PC are that they had to do the countdown. My favorite thing is watching them pipe in "You suck" chants for Roman Reigns. Like, you're going to be pretty surprised when you actually get in front of a real audience. There's not going to be a lot of "You suck" chants for Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
No.
No, not with the way, not with what he's doing.
I love when a character is in like the grey area and someone will actually say babyface. They put fake cheers in. It's like, man, what have we come to? What even is this industry now? What is it? I don't know.
I'm just ready for him to miss like a big shot like Edge.
Oh God, I don't get how
That
they
was-
miss those shots. Like, just
I don't either.
so
It's
terrible.
been worse now than it's ever been. And I remember like
God.
just pretty much going on one of my tangents about how WWE used to not have that issue. Like, if they did, it was very rare. And now it happens a lot, it seems like. But
I wouldn't be surprised you see Rob go on a production tangent like he's had in the past.
yeah, well,
This is a big question, guys. Billy says, what are the chances they do cinematic Royal Rumble matches? To which I say, Billy, if this match takes place in a swamp, it's cash. I'm cashing out. Job done.
Yeah,
You know
no.
what I mean? I don't think it's happening, but I appreciate the suggestion.
But the
Billy. It could
Fiend
work.
would have a home court advantage
Factual.
if they did it. That would really help you out in your bet thing. So
It would. But I don't know if the Fiendess would have one. We don't know yet.
she's
you know,
gonna be the
don't-
champion.
don't-
She's gonna be the champion.
by this time
Joseph.
tomorrow.
Oh, come, please, guys. It's not doing this now. At all times. The
Gonna
day
ruin his
before
night.
the
Joseph,
episode,
24 hours from now, WWE Raw Women's Champion, the Fiendess, Alexa Bliss. She's gonna have the lipstick smeared. You're gonna be like, like that.
Bro, the fact that it's the lipstick. Jeremy and I have spent months being like, this is going to be so funny when she gets a mask. We can do so many bits with this. And they're like, no, it's just lipstick.
No
It's
mask,
just it.
no, just some lipstick.
Oh, if she wins the title, tomorrow, I'll do a lipstick bit on Thursday. Just wear black lipstick, smear it. We'll do it.
And smear it.
gotta remember
But
this.
only before you hit your signature move. Like wait until
Yes.
right before it, and then just smear it. And then they'll tweet out a picture of her a gif of her smearing her own lipstick and go, "Oh my God!" Like, no, she smeared her own lipstick on purpose. Everybody call the police.
They did that tweet, right? Like, after the break, they did like a live tweet. Like, what has become of Alexa Bliss? I don't know, dude. She switched to lipstick. I don't know.
Oh man.
Oh shit, it's going to be incredible. I mean, this is going to be a big drama now. Because whatever which way this goes tomorrow night, someone's going to be upset, right? I mean, there's no way to do good storytelling like this. You've just randomly announced the match last week, and now you're running it back without any kind of. It's not good. It's not good. It's very concerning.
If we can just get David Krumholtz back, I think that's really all we need.
I think you should play fake versions of all the major people in WWE. Just one
my god. Yeah.
Fake AJ Styles and
oh god. Fake Elias.
Fake Diesel. Like
Bud Ryan says Jeremy's going to write play and pain on his hand.
Oh, 100%.
Oh,
100%. Dude, if Alexa wins this title, we'll go full bet with this. The black lipstick, play pain. What else would you like to see? I don't have gear. I don't have like overalls. My hair is not long enough for pigtails and stuff. But let me know what you would like, and we'll try it.
Okay.
Like Jeremy in all Hot Topic gear.
I see the gloves, right? Like people tweet, "Oh, the gloves," and it's like, there's no way people are buying these gloves. And the next day you see, sold out the gloves. It's like, oh shit, those people exist, huh? Wow. God bless. Good on them. I don't know. Incredible. No, here's the thing, Mike. You say let's be real. We know there's not going to be a finish. I do not know this. I believe you, but I don't know it. It's very scary.
It only feels that way because there's no way either of them can win. You know what I mean? Like there's no way they can actually do the. Well, you can't have Alexa Bliss lose like clean to Asuka after what they did last week, and you're not gonna take the title off Asuka clean from Alexa like in that manner. It's a weird thing to do. So when they book themselves into a corner where nobody can win and nobody can lose, I guess we'll have like a shit finish. Like that's just what you do where that works.
The only way I see them doing an actual title change on this particular setting is if someone has just put their hand up and creative and gone, maybe we don't put the Killer Clown character in the 30-person match. And they've gone, cool, we'll do it on Monday instead. And in which case, fair enough, but even that feels like hectic. They've announced it the day before. This is insanity. They're not planning anything out.
And that's actually good that they did it a day before. Usually it's like 6 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, yeah. Let's just have Asuka and Charlotte show up on Friday and wrestle the Riot Squad and never mention that they're in very specific singles storylines on the other show where they don't wrestle as a tag team or even come out for each other's matches.
That match was an adventure, my friend. There was some crazy shit going on in that match. At one point, they did a double team move, and Charlotte was like, I'm kicking out Zero. Pull on it. I'm not here to do this. So.
Charlotte didn't seem thrilled to be working Friday after working Monday.
She legit, it was like she was in Gorilla and she said, are they wrestling a match at Mania? And Bruce was like, no. She was like, okay, fuck them then. No need. By the way, there's nothing wrong with that. That's top guy shit. I respect it.
Remember when Jack was on here? Like, we need somebody to just take back the business and shoot on people, like they used to do. Charlotte's taking that role. She's ready to go.
Damn.
She's a throwback, my friend. You gotta respect it. You have got to respect.
Joseph, I have a very important question for you though. Tomorrow, I don't know if we're gonna get Killer Clown, Alexa Bliss. Do we get Kana?
For the sake of the people that still live and die on the booking of Asuka, I hope so. Because I feel sorry for those people. And if I see one person, and this goes people in this chat too, tweet out once Kana wrestled Minoru Suzuki and wasn't scared, I'm done. Okay, deleting the Twitter. I've had enough of it. I know, guys. I've seen the gifts. We all have. Move on. It's finished.
It was a good run.
Move on.
Somebody troll Joseph and tweet that at him.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the watch along here. We're going to be doing these again once a month, at least once a month, maybe more, but we'll figure it all out. One Sunday a month. We'll figure out Sundays to do it when there's nothing else going on. It'll be earlier moving forward, and we'll be watching the full shows moving forward. It's late today because this was the last Sunday we could possibly do it in January, and there was football, so we just did the Rumble match. But it will be the full shows moving forward, and it'll be a variety of people. Joseph will be pretty much permanent on these things. Everybody else will be kind of rotating and whatnot. So let's throw some plugs out. Rob Wilkins, where can everybody find you at?
What is up? You can find me at Rob Wilkins on Twitter. Otherwise, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I cover AEW live on Fightful.com.
There you go. Rob Wilkins killing it with the live coverage, and especially AEW Dark, which is like a 5-hour show of just nothing but
it's a
wrestling
really
matches.
tough gig, that. As someone who did it and made a mess of it every single week, Rob should be very proud. You're doing a good job, my friend. It's a
Thank
tough
you.
gig. Bravo.
It's interesting on Saturdays when I see the match lineup usually, and you can watch me go off on a tangent for about 2 minutes because it's like I saw it was 16 matches this Tuesday, and I literally just started like dropping F-bombs. I'm like,
that's mania shit. Man.
It's really
7
really
hours.
bad. I honestly, Rob, I
God.
think about you every time I see the Dark lineup. I was like, oh man, Rob's in for a treat on Tuesday with 18 one-on-one matches here.
it's got to the point now where Sean is at least cool with me getting that out like 30 to 45 minutes after like the show ends because I can't catch up. There's a
lot.
Happens and I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Throwback, where can everybody find you?
Me and Rob's been on the show, and Joe's been on the show, and Jeremy has. Wicked Crazy Pinfalls every Tuesday. We have a bunch of people come in, pop in anytime. Everybody's welcome. YouTube.com Throwback27. On Twitter, where it says right there, Throwback978. We're going to be launching a new channel soon. Rob and me, it's a little side project to allow other people do what we do, just gives them a little bit more footing, and that should be up and running soon. So go check it out. You'd be surprised what's going to be on there.
There you go. Pulowski, who I messaged 20 minutes before this and was like, hey, you want to watch the Rumble with us? And
I was like,
good brother Alex Pulowski was like, sure,
why not? I'm just doing laundry. Threw some stuff in the dryer. Ready to watch a little Rumble ski. You can find me on the Twitter at Alex Sourgrabs on Fightful Select. I review Raw on Tuesday night and SmackDown on Saturday night because I do not put myself through the horror show of watching those things live. But it's SmackDown has gotten good enough that it's hard to find things to crap all over. But Raw, oh my God, it's like
Raw
it's just so bad.
Yeah.
I find myself like just in a fugue state, just cursing as loud as I can into the camera in my laptop, and I look up and it's been an hour and 45 minutes, and I don't remember what I've said. So yeah, come and watch me do those things. I stream those live on Fightful Select.
Joseph.
I don't need to plug anything. I don't need anyone to follow me, like me, enjoy me, anything like that. I need you tonight to have me in your thoughts, okay? Yes, there are serious concerns in the world right now. I understand that. However, with all due respect, I've been talking about this Royal Rumble double now for about 2 months. I cannot lose out on this 6 days before go time, okay? I at least need them to enter the race. I at least need that much. Just for the thrill of it. I'll take the thrill at this point. I don't need to win. Just the thrill. Keep me in your thoughts. I need no other plugs. Just please remember me tonight and tomorrow night. Thank you. God bless.
Twitch stuff. Twitch stuff for this week. Tuesday, we're going to co-stream / do an Impact watch along. That's myself, Joel Pearl, Steven Jensen, I believe, will be on that as well. Thursday, I think we're going to do Uno at 9 o'clock. Myself and Hannah and 2 others are going to be doing that. So that's Thursday at 9, Uno. Friday, and a Distraction post show Thursday as well. Joseph, maybe we'll do like a normal Distraction show this week, maybe?
Depends on how that bet goes, okay? If it's out of the door by Thursday, all bets are off. This thing's finished,
sure.
Okay?
Also Tuesday, I forgot, our Tuesday Distraction show is now on the Twitch. What are we doing on Tuesday's show?
I mean, we can do episode 2 of Get Russ a Ring. We could just pretend to talk about wrestling for a bit. I don't really care.
I mean, look, if Alexa wins the title, I think.
Oh shit!
We'll figure it out.
I
We'll
think
figure
all
it out.
bets are off Alexa wins because then you guys got a whole bunch of material to cover.
Yeah, JJ, it does depend on the internet. The internet's been good after they came out to fix it. We've run plenty of streams and it's been fine. So Tuesday, yeah, the Distraction Tuesday show is now on Twitch. Impact co-stream, Thursday Uno, Friday Booty Pro Wrestling. Joseph and I will be essentially booking SmackDown 2 hours or so before SmackDown. Saturday and Sunday's probably nothing. Saturday's a little bit up in the air. Depends on what I have going on personally. So that's the Twitch schedule for right now for this week. Fightful.com, Fightful Select, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Let's see who we can raid here. Thank you guys for joining us, hanging out. Impact Wrestling, we're not going to raid Impact. Let's see what else is going on here. Because Impact doesn't have like a host up or anything. This is where Joel is usually good to give me like, all right, who's streaming? And he would tell me.
So this is the thing. Pearl is actually useful, guys. We pretend otherwise, but it's, you know.
I'm trying to see what wrestlers
he's
are currently streaming. I don't see any. If you guys in the chat
Heinrich.
see a wrestler, who?
Heinrich.
No.
He's not. I'm just messing around.
If you guys in the chat see a wrestler
Oh, nice, Paul.
who is streaming, let me know.
Brandon Cutler is being suggested, I see. Yes,
Brandon Cutler? Alright, is Cutler streaming? We'll
yeah, and he doesn't like Jim Ross, Jeremy, almost as much as you, so there you go. I'm messing. Jeremy loves the Jim Ross. I'm kidding, guys.
What is Cutler's name? I don't see Cutler streaming.
I like to do 10-man dives. What's the
So
Cutler's
wait,
Twitch?
guys, are we doing a live stream to watch the Superstar Spectacle or whatever the hell that thing's called?
Oh my god, that is. Oh, okay, I found Cutler.
all the Indian developmental talents get in there against champions.
That's at like
I can't even
9:30.
pretend to care. Cannot even pretend.
Yeah, that's at like 9:30 on Tuesday. I'm gonna have to be up to watch that. It's gonna be.
His Twitch is Brand Cutler.
I got it.
There you
Thank you, Joseph. All right,
No
all
worries,
right. We're gonna raid Brandon Cutler's channel. Hopefully, he says nice things about us. And here we go. We'll send you over to Cutler. Thanks everybody again for joining us, and we will see everyone on Tuesday here on the Twitch.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.